Hi everyone, it's Miss Akvari in the library. I wanted to tell you about the book Grown by the author Tiffany Jackson. This is a mystery or thriller that we have in our library. It's pretty new. And not only is this book kind of a mystery and thriller, it talks about some real life issues that are really important to kind of be aware of. I would give a content warning on this one. This is a book that deals with abusive relationships. There is sexual assault in here, and it's if you are a survivor or if you're really close to a survivor, that might be really upsetting to read about. So just be aware of that. But it is also a really great way to maybe learn about sexual assault and about abusive relationships, kind of signs to watch for, as well as the importance of believing victims. So in this book, the main character's name is Enchanted. Enchanted is a high school student. She goes to kind of a nice prep school, but she feels out of place because she's one of the very few black students in the school. So that makes her kind of uncomfortable, and it's kind of challenging to deal with at times. Enchanted's main goal is to have a singing career, and so her friend convinces her to try out for a singing competition. And while Enchanted doesn't get picked for that singing competition, she does catch the attention of R&B artist Corey Fields. So that's a made-up character, and he is Enchanted 17, but Corey is 28. And not only does Corey start taking an interest in Enchanted singing, but he starts taking an interest in her personally. And Enchanted is kind of amazed by this and has a big crush on Corey and admires his music as well as thinks he's really, really attractive. And because of the age discrepancy, kind of has a hard time saying no to him. She doesn't have a lot of experience with relationships, and this is all new to her, and she finds herself in a situation that's kind of out of her control. Enchanted ends up recording for Corey's label. Then things kind of go out of control from there. He releases videos kind of without her permission, but then ends up giving her a recording contract, which is great. And she convinces her parents to let her go on tour, but things get really difficult to where she actually ends up struggling in this relationship. And I don't want to say more than that because I don't want to give too much away. What's also fascinating is this book goes back and forth between the current time and kind of when she first meets Corey. So Enchanted wakes up at the very beginning of the book in an apartment with blood on her hands, and she's not exactly sure how she got there. And so as the reader, you get to kind of fill in all of that backstory and try to figure out what's going on. So this is a really great book. It's super fast paced. It keeps you reading every single page because you want to know what happens. If you like mysteries, this would be a good book for you. If you have heard of the story of R. Kelly and kind of what's going on with him and the victims of his abuse, that this also ties into that. It's not the same story, but it sort of parallels that story. And if you just are interested in some real life issues, what the music industry can be like, what relationships, abusive relationships can be like from the inside, Grown would be a great book for you to read.